Okay, everybody on page 10. All right, I'm going to go over the answers that we had on page 10. We did the examples. You did the problems 1 through 4. Let's lose these earbuds, please. Okay. All right. The paper that you picked up here just as some useful hints for position time graphs and velocity time graphs. So for position time graphs, a positive slope means you're moving forward. Negative slope means you're moving backwards. Zero slope means you're not moving. Velocity is the change in distance over change in time. So that's the slope for calculation. Velocity time graph, positive velocity means it's forward and it's above the zero line. Negative is below the zero line and it means it's backwards. Zero is on that line, which means no motion. Zero slope, meaning a flat surface, doesn't mean the same thing as it does up here. Up here, zero slope means it's not moving. Here, zero slope just means it's not changing in velocity. And in a few days, we'll talk about accelerated motion, where on a velocity time graph we do have a slope, and that'll be because the velocity is changing. We're speeding up or slowing down. But right now, we're all moving at constant velocity, either forward, backward, or we're not moving. So let's take a look at problem number 1. Problem number 1, the first line segment is going from 40 to 0. So which direction are we moving? We're moving forward or backwards? Backwards, right. So for this line segment, we're moving backwards. We end at 0, minus 40, so we have negative 40 in 1 second. So up here, we're going to have negative 40. So if you're correcting yours, if you're just now filling yours out, shame on you. This was due several days ago. But if you're correcting yours, I suggest correct it in a different color. That way you can see the mistakes that you're prone to make. I'm not going to come back and look and see whether or not you made mistakes. At some point I may look and see if your journal is up to date, and I may pick this page to see if it's finished, but I'm not going to look and see if you got it right or wrong. So it's often helpful to do these in a different color so that you can see the mistakes that you're prone to making. Okay, so the second segment here. The second segment, we have a slope like this. Are we moving forward or backwards? Forwards, right. So we go from 0 to 30. So 30 minus 0 is 30, divided by 1 second, 30 meters per second. So we'll be above the 0 line up here. How about the next one? Forward or backwards? Backwards, because we have a negative slope. That's going to be negative 10. Next one, forward or backwards? Forwards. And we're going up 20. I say up, we're going forward 20. We have positive slope in 1 second, so that's 20 meters per second. Okay. Everybody have that? All right, next one. The first line, we're going forward or backwards? Forwards. Right, and we're at 30 meters per second because we went from 0 to 30. How about this next line here? Backwards. We went back 10 meters in 1 second, so that's going to be negative 10 meters per second. How about this line right here? What are we doing, forwards or backwards? Yeah, standing still. Trick question, forwards or backwards? We're not moving. 0, standing still. All are correct. So we're standing still for a whole second. So standing still on this graph right here is right on that line, right on the 0 line. And then the last one, are we going forward or backwards? Forwards. And is that steeper or less steep than that first one? The slope of this, is this, are we, okay, let me back up and ask you about how fast. Are we going faster here or faster here? Yeah, the first one is faster because we're going 30 meters in a second here. We're only going 20 meters a second here, which means this line, it's going to be below this line, so it's going to be down here. So this is faster because it's higher. All right? It's higher above the 0 line. Faster is anything above the 0 line, and anything below the 0 line, the further away we are, that's also faster. Okay? So the 0 line is not moving. And as we go higher and higher and higher above, that's faster and faster and faster. As we go lower and lower and lower below, that's also faster and faster and faster, right? The further we are from the 0 line, the faster we're going. If we're above, we're going forward, and if we're below, we're going backwards. Okay, next one. For the first second, what are we doing? Right here. We're what? Standing still, not moving. Right, so right there. The next one, forward or back? Backwards, right. So we're at -20. What about this next one? Also backwards. Are we going backwards faster or slower than before? Slower. So it'll be a little closer to the 0 line. So there we are. And then the last one right there, which direction are we going, forward or back? Forward. And the difference is 40 meters minus 0 in 1 second, so we're way up there at 40 meters per second. Pretty good clip, moving fast. Everybody have this one? Okay. Last one here. We start off doing what? Standing still or not moving. So we got a 0 right there. Next, are we moving forward or backwards? Backwards, right. So negative. What about this one down here? But this is standing still. Oh yeah, that's right. Standing still is any horizontal line on a position time graph. But not any horizontal line up here. These are all horizontal lines, right? Okay, how about the last one? Forward? Yeah, forward. So now we're up here. Okay. So this guy up here is full of horizontal lines, but only 2 of them are standing still, this one and this one, because they're on 0. This is going backwards, and that's going forwards.